Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be testing 4 of the best rated brownie recipes that I could find on the internet and baking them with you and then testing them side by side to see which I think is the best. So we've got a BBC Good Food recipe which has got 4.8 stars by 1.7 thousand people. We've got a New York Times recipe which has got 5 stars by 6,000 people. We've got a Tasty recipe which has got 4.8 stars by 9,000 people, and then an All Recipes recipe which has got 4.5 stars by 13,000 people. So I'm going to be testing all 4 of these recipes and yeah, I'm going to rate them out of 10 and then we'll see which is the best. So I've already baked my brownies because I didn't want to bore you by showing how I made each and every one of them. So I'm going to taste them with you now and then we will score them out of 10 and then I'll roughly show you the method of how I made them. So yeah, I'm really excited about these. I did half of the recipes just to make sure I didn't have to do the brownies. So yes, let's get to tasting them. So the first brownie I have to taste is the All Recipes brownie. So this is the most basic brownie recipe I've ever baked. It is literally just melt butter and then put everything else in the bowl and bake them. So it's got quite a crisp top and then quite a gooey middle. It's quite a good brownie. It's quite basic. It reminds me exactly of the brownies that we used to have at school. So it doesn't really taste very cocoa-y. It doesn't have like a great depth of taste, but it does taste quite sugary and quite fatty. So I'm going to give that one a 5 out of 10. So my second brownie is going to be the Tasty brownie, which got 4.8 stars by 9,500 people. So I'm expecting big things from these brownies. They have that really nice kind of flaky, crusty top, which makes them look really appetizing. And these ones do have chocolate chunks in them. I think they look really good. They're actually really good. They definitely got a lot more flavour than the first one. The chocolate chunks are really nice. They are definitely fudgy and they've got a bit of a chew to them, which I do really like. So yeah, it's quite a good brownie. It's not the densest, most cocoa-y, indulgy brownie I've ever had, but it is pretty good. And this one was quite a simple method from what I can remember. So I'd probably give this one a 7.5 or maybe an 8. I'll give it an 8. So yeah, pleasantly surprised by those ones. So the third recipe I'm going to be testing is the BBC Good Food recipe. This one I baked at 160 degrees for 25 minutes and it's also got milk and white chocolate chunks inside. Again, it's got that kind of crusty, flaky top and it definitely looks super fudgy. And from what I can remember, this one I whisked the eggs and the sugar and then poured in melted chocolate. So it's really quite fluffy, and then tipped in all the dry ingredients. So this one I definitely took a bit longer to bake. Okay, these are super fudgy. I probably would have put them in the oven for a tad longer, but they do look really good. These are really good. They're quite rich though, which I do quite like, but when compared to the tasty ones, I think the tasty ones are a bit better. I think if I bake these for a bit longer, they would be a bit easier to eat. I mean, the flavour is so nice, but the texture, they are a bit soft, and the tasty ones do have that bit of chew, which I really like. So I'll probably give these a 7.5. So my final brownie recipe is from the New York Times cooking column. It was a brownie recipe by, I think, Katharine Hepburn, who's apparently was a Hollywood movie star, and she had a really famous brownie recipe. So these are definitely the most distinct brownie out of all of them. They've got chopped walnuts in them, so it said either add walnuts or pecans, and this one was a bit different because I mixed cocoa with melted butter to make a paste and then put everything else in. So these are definitely a lot thinner. The walnuts look really good. I do quite like them. The walnuts are really nice. They're a lot thinner, so they're not as gooey and soft. I just don't know whether I prefer them to the BBC Good Food ones. They're definitely a lot different. If you like a dense, chewier brownie, I'd pick this one. But if you like a super gooey, like hot brownie, then I would pick the BBC Good Food one. I think, to be honest, I do prefer these. So maybe I'll bump the tasty ones up to a 9, give these an 8, and give BBC Good Food 7.5. They do have a really nice strong cocoa flavour, and the walnuts are really, really nice as well. So I think we've got our winner, which is the tasty recipe. So this one was super simple. The chocolate chunks are really, really nice, and it's got a nice chew, but also a nice soft texture and a really good chocolatey flavour. So if you're going to be baking brownies soon, I would definitely recommend that recipe. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have, and yeah, I'll see you next time.